With the time that we're living in, we can see persecution is rife around the world for the Christian. Other groups are persecuted as well, go through a lot of problem and trouble as well. But for the Christian, it seems that the numbers are increasing in these last days, that is more widespread in more and more nations, and the figures that I read that's published internationally are horrific. So we know there's a lot of problems in the world with regards to practicing our faith as a believer in Christ Jesus. But persecution doesn't stop us from believing in Him. Persecution doesn't stop us from following after the Lord and living a life as a Christian. It will put off some people who are not genuinely saved or who have not experienced a new birth. So that personal contact and relationship with Christ, that encounter they've not had. So the slightest trouble, we don't see them. But for those of us who are solid in our faith because of what the Lord has done for us, we will keep our calling, we'll make our calling and our election sure. We won't back down. The church always wins. And we can look in church history, not just church, world history, where the Romans came against the church, name the nation, and there's been a catalogue of nations just coming up against the church over the years. Persecution, right? The most famous ones that would bring to mind is when the Christians are thrown to the lions in the Roman Colosseum and other places, when they're burnt at the stake. Persecution, right? It's been like this for a long time. But look at it in its proper context. When there's been these terrible persecutions, has this church suffered? Yes, it has. People have died, a lot of grief, a lot of problems. Has the church been defeated? No, never. Not once has the church been defeated. The gates of hell has never prevailed against the church, neither will it ever be. That's because the Lord keeps the church. So though we may have loved ones that we know, people, friends, who may have died as a martyr, died under persecution, died by the hand of whoever through history, the church itself has always grown. And in the height of the seriousness of the persecution, when more and more are being killed, churches burnt and everything else, what has happened? The church has flourished. More people get saved. The church gets bigger. The devil never wins. So we may suffer persecution and so on. Don't worry. The Church of Jesus Christ will always win.